So good morning all of you. So today we will discuss about plasma membrane. In this particular part, we will discuss about the various models that have been given regarding the structure of plasma membrane, which include sandwich model, unit membrane model, then fluid mosaic model. So let us start. As far as plasma membrane is concerned, this term cell membrane was first coined by Nagel and Kramer. And the plasma membrane term was coined by Pfeffer in 1877. The same thing, only nomenclature is different. So in 1855, cell membrane, the term was used by Nagel and Kramer, and later in 1877, it was given the name plasma membrane by Pfeffer. Okay. Now various theories have been put forward regarding the structure of plasma membrane, which are as follows: sandwich model, then unit membrane model, then fluid mosaic model. Now let us come to each model one by one. As far as sandwich model is concerned, it was proposed by Daniell and Davison. Here also it is called as trilamellar model. So here there are presence of two lipid layers surrounded by globular proteins on the outer and inner surface. As you can see in the diagram, the pink one or the velvet one, whatever is a pink one, this is the globular protein. This is the globular protein, and the middle part is the lipid bilayer. Okay, bilayer means two layers. Where the two layers are, you can see this one is one layer, then this one is second layer. Now these you can see in the lipid diagram, there is presence of a yellow structure and there is presence of a tail-like structure, isn't it? The yellow part is called as the head, and it is hydrophilic in nature, that is close to this one, hydrophilic in nature, close to the protein. And the tail one, this one is tail one, two tails of the two layers, they face each other and they form the inner core of the membrane, inner core of the membrane. Then come to the second model, unit membrane model. It was proposed by Robertson in 1959. So presence of two dark staining outer layer and a light staining middle layer. The same thing. He also proposed that there are presence of two dark staining outer layer and a light staining middle layer. So from it he concluded that all the biological membranes are trilamellar, three-layered, trilamellar. What is that? And coined the term unit membrane. So presence of two dark staining outer layers and a light staining middle layer. Okay, he coined the term unit membrane for all the biological membranes because all of them are similar, according to him. So now come to the third model, that is your fluid mosaic model. It was proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1974. There is presence of a phospholipid bilayer. Okay, according to them, there is presence of a phospholipid bilayer. The tail of this phospholipid bilayer is hydrophobic, and it forms the core like Daniell and Davson's proposal, and they face each other. Okay, the tail of the phospholipid bilayer, they form the core and they are hydrophobic in nature and they face each other. Whereas the hydrophilic head, okay, they face towards the outer side. Hydrophilic head, they face towards the outer side. Presence of two types of proteins, the extrinsic or peripheral proteins that face the exterior side of the membrane, and the intrinsic or integral proteins that are integral part of the membrane. Okay, these act as channels or pumps through which ions or molecules move. Remember it. Others did not describe, the other models, it didn't describe about the position of proteins like this. They proposed the presence of outer layer of proteins and middle layer of lipid, isn't it? As far as the first model is concerned. But here, fluid mosaic model says that presence of a bilayer phospholipid which forms the inner core with the tail part or the hydrophobic tail part facing each other, forming the inner core, whereas the hydrophilic head, they face the outer side. Now as far as the protein's position is concerned, two types of proteins they proposed, fluid mosaic model. What is that? The peripheral protein or extrinsic protein that face towards the outer side of the membrane, and the integral protein or intrinsic protein, which are actually the integral part of the membrane. Now these proteins, the integral proteins, they act as channels or pumps through which ions or molecules move. Okay, the movement of molecules ions through the membrane takes place through these integral proteins, which help act as channels or pumps. That I will discuss. What are channels, what are pumps, I will discuss in details about the membrane in another video lecture on membrane transport. Got it? Now come to next slide. As far as fluid mosaic model is concerned, there is presence of sugars coated to lipids and proteins. Sugar means carbohydrates on the exterior side, okay, forming a coating called as glycocalyx. Both lipids and proteins move within the membrane. The lipids and proteins within the membrane, they move, thus make it dynamic. Got it? They are not static, they rather move. The membrane exists in a fluid state where proteins and lipids continuously change their position. As I have told you that they make the membrane a dynamic one because they always move. It is because membrane exists in a fluid state where proteins and lipids continuously change their position, thus making the plasma membrane a mosaic structure. Mosaic means irregular structure. That is the reason we call it as fluid mosaic model. Got it? Now what are the functions of plasma membrane? It helps in the transport of molecules across the membrane. Yes, that I will discuss in details about membrane transport in another video lecture. Then it also helps in cell recognition and cell adhesion. Helps in the cell recognition and cell adhesion. So I hope this video lecture will be helpful for you in understanding the basic structure of plasma membrane. Thank you.